Alright, first I'd like to thank everybody for checking this out. My name is Zach Hockersmith. This is Evernote Premium desktop version. There is a web-based application that can be logged onto from just about any computer in the world as long as you have internet. The first thing I want to talk about is how Evernote can be used for students. And I have a Mac, so this is, like I said, the desktop application. St. James just recently got all of their high school students MacBook Airs, so I would assume that this is probably one of the most used programs at St. James School. If it's not, they're making a huge mistake because it has so many uses and it's very versatile. I'm going to show you three things. First, I'm going to show you how to make a note, how to put it into a notebook, and then how to stack notebooks together to organize that information. First thing we're going to do is we're going to check out all notes. To add a note, you just click on New Notes, and we're going to title this New Note. Alright, so there you have it, New Note. These notes are added into your All Notes section, which is broken down into your notebooks. Now we're going to look at notebooks. First thing we're going to do is we're going to add 3 notebooks so that we can stack them together, and I can show you how students can group their notes into notebooks and their notebooks into term. So first thing we're going to do is start by adding, I apologize, we're going to start by adding some new notebooks. So in our left corner above our notebooks we have new notebook. We're going to call this Math. We will again add Science and one more Social Studies. So now we've got Math, Science, and Social Studies. But we want to group them together so that the student can just go in and say, okay, these are all my classes for the spring semester 2014. So we click, drag, and drop. Click, drag, and drop. Now we're going to right click and rename stack. We're going to call it Spring 14. Alright, so now when our students open up their notebooks, they can click Spring of 14. They have Math, Science, and Social Studies. Adding new notes to these are the same as adding new notes in the All. You just click into the notebook, add new note, then back out, or we can go back to All Notes. So now I want everybody to direct your attention to created and updated. This is a way that your notes can be identified. Now, as you can see, mine are separated by month. These are all made today. So in our notebooks, we can have a couple of different views. We can view by pane, we can view by list, we can go by the count, by which notebooks have the most notes, and we can go by updated, which notebooks are updated the latest. Those are just a few ways that we can classify and organize this information. The last thing I want to show you is, let's say that I have a math test. It's pretty important and I need to study for it. I'm going to go in here to math. I'm going to add a new note called test. I'm going to give it a date. And I'm going to talk about some subject exponents. Bar graphs. Alright, so I know what I need to study now. What I'm going to do is I'm going to click this and I'm going to drag it up here to shortcuts, because I know that I'm going to need this note, and since this is something I'm going to know that I need to study for because I have a test on the 28th, it'll be right up here. I can just go to my notes, and when I first log on, I just click my shortcuts, and it's going to take me to that note. I can edit it, read it, use it however I need to. Alright, one final thing is sharing of notebooks. Let's say that we are wanting to collaborate with another student. I have this share button here, so I can share the entire notebook. I can share I can share the entire notebook here. I apologize. But it's going to let me share individually or create a public link. When I do that, I can share it with, let's say, my best friend in math, or I can create a public link, and any of the students in my class that didn't get the note or didn't know when the test was or what the test was about can just log right onto that link and check it out. So Evernote has an endless number of uses. I think it's probably one of the best desktop and absolutely the best mobile app that I have ever used. Thanks for your time. We'll be getting on to Prezi next.